Hi and welcome. This is Cody Hammer again with another SQL Server 2005/2008 video. In the previous two videos, I talked about installing SQL Server 2008. That was the first video, and then the second video was creating a database and then creating a table. For this video, what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about queries, what queries are, how they're used in conjunction with SQL. Uh, so to get started, basically what a query is, a good way to understand that is it's a way to ask yourself a question based on tables and databases that you've already designed. Um, and it's basically just a way to parse through or look through data and sort through data based on database objects like tables and databases that you already have. So in this video, I've got the table that I created from my last video, and this is just kind of a random table that I put together here, and I've got some information. Um, Queries can get a lot more sophisticated than what I'm about to show you. There's actually several different ways to create a query. The first one that I prefer is through the SQL Data Management Studio, which is the graphical user interface that you see here. The other option would be through a command line interface, which looks kind of like DOS. A lot of the more advanced people are going to be using that. I'm not that advanced yet. Um, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Management Studio for now. And for this video and for the remaining videos, I'm going to be using vMware, which is a virtual environment. I've got Server 2008 installed on here. Um, by the way, all the programs that I do have are totally legal. They're legit. I haven't cracked anything. I haven't bypassed a copyright, any of that. They're all provided by the college. Um, so to get started, here's the table that I created in the last video, and this would be an example of a kind of an employee table that lists their address, postcode, where they're from, when they got hired, vacation time, first and last name, and things of that nature. Um, and based on this table, we could make many queries. Queries are one of the most common things done in SQL as well as Access. For this example, we could do, let's say I wanted to post the first name and the last name, and maybe let's see, first and last name, the hire date, and vacation time um, from this table. And as you can see here, the one of the main clauses that you're going to be using is the select statement or the select clause. I get those two mixed up. That's really a really really good thing to remember as far as making queries, because you need to ask yourself what information or what table you want to pull information from. In this case, I'm selecting the first name, the last name, the hire date, and the vacation time um, from the dbo.hr employee table, which is right here. And then when I execute that, it pulls up a separate table like this: the first name, last name, hire date, and the vacation time. We could add more columns to that if you like. Another thing that I wanted to show you is the where clause or the where statement is a really good one to remember too, because we can actually stipulate rules or formulas, I guess, kind of. And let's say I wanted to pull up, if I go back in here and change this, let's say I change the vacation time for Tom Blah, and I change it to, let's change this to 10, and I'll change the sick time to 15. Um, let's see here. And then what I want to do is, let's say I want the first name, the last name, the hire date, the vacation time, where the vacation time is equal to 30. And if I did this right, it should pull up Cindy Smith here because she has a vacation time of 30. And I changed Tom Blah to 10 and 15. So his name should not come up. And that didn't save apparently. Let's see if this works now. There we go. And then it'll pull up just Cindy Smith because she's the only one in that particular table that has a vacation time of 30. Um, a really good way to practice queries in my opinion, and I don't have that downloaded yet, but I may end up using that database in future videos, is the I can't remember the name at the top of my head. It's something wind, and it's offered by Microsoft for databases, and it's I want to say maybe it's Tradewind. That sounds kind of familiar, and really handy tool to have. It's got a lot of neat tables and databases and stuff in there to design queries. Um, I apologize that this video is a little bit shorter than the rest of them. Feel free to go back and watch it again if it doesn't make sense. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you're kind of stuck or lost on something, and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching, and hope this was informative and you learned something.